All right. So got a few coming in. Nice. We will give everybody a chance to log in and get situated. So I got flooded with some emails this weekend about, a whole bunch of different things. So I figured I would just take the time today to go back over a lot of that, since the assignments early on are not terribly difficult. It's very much a refresher, so we will start with questions. Does anybody here have a specific question that they want answered?
Not at all.
Not at all. Everything's good. Everybody's signed in.
Are there specific days for the Zoom, or is it just going to be by call?
Okay, so that's a good question. The days for Zoom and attendance and all of that is kind of flexible, open-ended. Technically, it's going to be every day. I will have a meeting that will discuss, let's see, go ahead and pull up stuff. Let's see, here's my share. All right. So this is the structure of the class, basically. We will do a section a week, and this is outlined. This is not exactly the set day that you have to be doing everything. It's online, so there's a lot of flexibility on your part allowed. You can, bang a bunch of stuff out in a day or two, and then, be off for a couple days. But this is the general overview of how the class is. This is how you could kind of see how behind or ahead you are. And if you want to split it up like this, you're more than welcome to. So the Zoom sessions will be every day, and they will cover, I will basically just go over whatever is highlighted, or I'm sorry, whatever is on this list for that day. For attendance and participation, you do not have to be there at every single one. This is an online class. A lot of teachers don't even necessarily do any in-person stuff, but we think it's a good idea to require at least some, keep everyone engaged. So you have to make it and interact to at least 2 different of those Zoom sessions per week, okay? And for the other ones, if you still want to, read up, or I'm sorry, not read up, but catch up and go over the lesson, those will be posted on my YouTube channel. And all of this is in the, I put it up here, I also sent it out to everybody. But if you go to, under e-learning, you go under resources, course addendum, that is a bunch of extra stuff. So show you what it looks like. So this has more specifics on grading policies, that kind of stuff. But the important section is probably various platform information. So one thing, very, very important, get on WebAssign. This is the access code. It's everything in bold right here. You go to getenrolled.com, you put it in, and you follow the steps that it tells you. Zoom meetings, everyone is pretty okay with that. The daily things will be updated to my YouTube channel, and the link is right there. And another important thing is Discord. This is how I do my office hours, and really I'm in it most of the day. Either I'm at my computer doing some work, or I'm usually in it on my phone. So you can text me on there, and it'll all be, I'll get back to you as soon as I can, or you can go the old school way of emailing me. But the important thing with office hours is I will be in the voice section of Discord. And it's kind of like a Zoom meeting that's just never ending. If you want more help figuring out how to work with it, I'm happy to try and help, but it's very simple, it's very easy. So I will show what my class thing looks like for now over there. So this is what it looks like if you have the app, but it's also, you don't have to download anything if you don't want to. I use it a lot, so it's good. There's a text channel that has the 2 documents that we've talked about. And you can just type something, you can share files or pictures, whatever. And then there's the voice channel, which is right here. So you can go in there and usually I'll be sitting in here like this. And, you know, if I'm talking, that's just what pops up. But if you want to talk to me, you can do it on, again, you can do it on your phone or your computer. All you do to get in there after you click that link is just click here. And then you're in, and you can just start talking. Or I also created another voice channel. I highly suggest you guys get in it when you're doing homework. You can talk about it, and this can give you guys a place to discuss homework problems. I fully encourage that for the homework, obviously not for the tests. But it's a very easy to use system, very easy to share stuff, very quick. So yeah, I will be most likely sitting, I'll be online, so it says up here. If I'm online, then I can easily jump in. Otherwise, send me a message, or you can always email me. So that's the different platforms. And all of that information is right here on this addendum thing. I'll see a question about how do we know exactly what's due on what specific day. So back to this. Okay. So the way this class is set up is homework assignments are going to be due the same time that the test will be due or will close. So all of these sections, let me go to student view. So this is what you guys should see, something like this. And these are all of your assignments, okay? Now I posted every assignment for the entire semester so that you know how much work there is. There's, you know, they're not gonna be just keep popping up kind of thing. This is all of the homework for the whole summer, or all of the different assignments. And they're split up by sub-chapter. They're not big, they don't take very long. And their due dates are right here. The general way this is set up is you'll have a test every weekend, and the homework that governs, or the homework that that test covers, rather, is also due that weekend. So you could kind of think about this like 4 separate mini courses all split up, okay? So like P1 through P5 is due this Sunday. And this is just the prerequisite section. It's going over stuff that you should have learned in MAT-111 or maybe even high school. So it's just the prerequisite stuff. So it should not be that difficult. But yeah, so
I have a question. I went
yes.
in there yesterday to sign in to look at the assignments, and they all said they were due August 1st.
Okay, yes. When I imported everything from a previous class, they were still had kind of the due date set up for that one. This thing is in the addendum, but for late assignments, you can do them after the due date. So let's go back. So let's say this one is due this Sunday. You can work on it. Let's say you just get slammed today or this week and you can't do it for some reason, whatever, hypothetical. It will close on Sunday. And then after I've taken all of the grades from everything, I will reopen it. And if you didn't do it, basically, you can go back and do it for partial credit. So everything will get opened to be due. It's not going to be August 1st. That's just when I set the last day of class. I think grades are due like July 30th. So whenever, I think finals are this weekend of the 17th. So it'll probably open for that day, July 17th. Whenever the last day of the whole class is. So that explains, I hope that explains that part, is that they hadn't all been redistributed throughout the semester. Does that make sense? So it should have been updated since then. So if you go back in, it should say that they are due on the correct days. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And how do you sign in for attendance?
Okay, good question. So the way you sign in, is very simply to type in chat, hey, here, how's it going? Type something in chat when you get into the meeting. I try to take notes on who is there, who's asking questions, but this is to guarantee that I have a, because the chat log gets saved. So this way I have a, a good record of who was here. So everybody who is here, I'll write it. You will sign class. All right. So good question. Like I said, that's a kind of a fallback measure where if for some reason I was busy and didn't get to write your name down. So again, it's a minimum 2 per week. But as this is generally the time to ask me questions, I would suggest, come to as many of them as you can. I definitely don't want empty text logs or empty voice chat. I don't like talking to myself. I honestly do not like to hear myself talk. So as much back and forth I can have with you guys would be great. So sign in and be interactive. That's how you get attendance / participation. Good questions. Oh, I sent that to a person. Send it to everyone. Yeah. Okay. Also, sorry, it's not up because I had to take it down for today. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it, but you'll have a quiz every day. It will open like first thing in the morning, and it will close that night. Very, very quick and easy. Shouldn't take more than about 5, maybe 10 minutes at the max. But it's more or less to keep you engaged, so you can do it at any time during that day, and it will cover the material that was supposed to be that was assigned, I guess, for that day. So especially for the first few, I mean, it should be very, very easy. I know a lot of people think it's annoying. Oh my gosh, why do we have this little thing every day? But in our experience, especially with online work, students who have a small assignment very often stay more engaged with the class and will not forget or get behind in the bigger stuff. So it's one of the reasons we do this. Yeah, we probably won't have one for today just because things kind of got bumbled around. But yeah, in general, it will just be a quick little thing that governs whatever we were supposed to cover that day. So if you, the quiz will also be here, and so will your tests. So all of your assignments will be here, and also the book is right here. Okay. So take a second to load. yeah, so you can just go down and click on the book to get there. But all of your work pretty much will be right in here. The things on MAT-111 will be more official type stuff. I'm going to put your final grades up there. I'm going to put your resources up there, syllabus and that kind of stuff. I'll put all those. I'll try and put all those links in a quicker to access thing. Like as soon as you pop up in e-learning, those links will be there to get to the various things. But yeah, so all of your work should be contained in WebAssign and right here. So good questions, good questions. See, some people cannot log into MAT-111. So I will say this. See if it does it. Oh no, didn't do it. I was hoping it would. So there's a security certificate issue, and it might be what you're seeing. If you go to MAT-111 or my.allenuniversity.edu/ICS, which is up here. This is what you're used to seeing, but you might be seeing like a blank page or does not allow type page. In Chrome, when I got this issue, you just go down to the bottom and click on this little button that says advanced and continue to the website. Basically just browsers want updated security certificates for all websites just so they can weed out the bad ones, and there's just an issue with the way ours is working right now. There was an email sent out about it where is it? From Mr. Pascal. Email was sent out, how to access my own portal using Google Chrome. And it looks like for most of them, there's a button that says advanced or advanced options or more information or show details. You click on that thing, and then there's a button that says go to the website. Is that what you were asking about? About you can't log into MAT-111? Okay, yeah. So yeah, good question. I'm sure some other people might have had something similar. Yeah, you can just say continue on. It's just a thing that pops up kind of for your safety. If it's some illicit third-party website that could get flooded with viruses. I hope that's not our website, but that's just what is going on there. Good questions, good questions. All right, what else you got? All right. Okay. Let's see, how much time? We got about 15 minutes, so we can talk about the where's my book? So with the prerequisite stuff. Okay, so what's the class schedule? So the class schedule is, okay, that's another good question. So the class schedule is, like I said, I will have a Zoom meeting every day, but I do not expect everyone to come to every single one. If you do, great. It's not that I don't want you to, obviously. It's that I want that, it's a summer course. So, you guys need a little bit of flexibility. So you only have to come to minimum 2 of those sessions a week. To kind of give some spread, I will probably host the Monday, Wednesday, Friday meetings at a different time than the Tuesday and Thursday ones. I'm still trying to figure out what schedule works, but most likely one of those sets will be in the morning and one will be in the afternoon. Probably 10 o'clock for one of them and 2 o'clock for the other one. But yeah, so you'll only have to come to 2 a week, and any that you miss will be posted on YouTube, including this one will be going up after this meeting. So that's for the class schedule, and then all of the other information about like what we'll be covering and all of that is in that. It's in the syllabus. Keep getting a bunch of random stuff in here. But for the syllabus, you just click on the little tab that says syllabus, and it has most of the information about what we're doing and when. And yeah, okay. Also a problem about doing graphs on WebAssign. Good question. What browser are you using to do the graphs? All right. So this was in the addendum, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. You almost should like never use Microsoft browsers for anything, because they have a ton of issues for multiple different reasons. It's a running joke online. And specifically for this software, I highly suggest you don't use Safari either. The two that work, and I have, knock on wood, not seen any issues with, are Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox, both of which are free to download and install. So we were able to get the school to download Chrome as well. It's the one that I use. It's just the easiest for me. So I think I even said that on the addendum that that you should like never use, don't use, use Google Chrome or Firefox. I have seen issues with Safari and Explorer or Edge, depending on what you want to call it. So that could be one of your problems, is those browsers are not great. But as far as doing the graphs, there is another issue that comes up, and And this has to do with Flash. Mine doesn't have the error message anymore because I enabled it. But some of you guys may see little, there's usually a little red symbol next to certain assignments, especially this one. It's like I think it's like a white looking piece of paper with an A on it. And there's also a big thing that's like right below this. Has anybody seen that when they go to this site on their homework? So I was kind of hoping that someone had seen it and they could share a picture of it, because these things require something called Adobe Flash, and it's very confusing for some people, because if you click on it, it might say something like you need to download the latest version or download and install Adobe Flash. If you're using Google Chrome and Firefox, but really most browsers in the last 10 years use, they have Flash on them already. It just needs to be enabled. So when I go somewhere that needs Flash to be enabled, usually a little thing will pop up in this menu right here. It'll say, it'll be like an exclamation point or something like that. Or a pop-up window will actually come up and it will say, you know, Flash is, this program requires Flash. Do you want to enable it? Yes. It shows up differently for different browsers on different, like whether you're on a computer or a phone, that kind of thing. But generally somewhere when you go, the best way to figure it out is right here. If you click on that banner that's right underneath here, that says you need to do something with Flash, usually that will take you to it and you can enable it. Don't worry about trying to download it, because if you try and download it, it's already there. So it'll download it and install it, but it's already installed, so everything's fine, and you'll just get in this like loop. So it needs to be enabled or allowed, not, it doesn't need to be downloaded unless your computer has been hidden under a rock for like the last 15 years. It's just not usually enabled because some websites have very big Flash files that can bring slower computers to a halt. So it doesn't auto-enable it for everybody, okay? And that is important for doing the graphs. Again, you don't have to download anything, just enable something. And what that does is when you go to put in a symbol, this little thing over here on the right called MathPad, if you need to put in a plus sign, let's say you could do 2 plus 5 if you want to. Or if you need to put in a fraction, put this, 1/2, okay? This also has functions, symbols, relations, sets, trig, and it's got a different little box that pops up if you're actually doing a graph. So this is the Flash part of it, is this little thing that pops up, okay? Good questions, good questions. All right, what else, what else? So I've extended this getting started with WebAssign thing to tonight because there were so many questions and issues that popped up. It's not hard. It's not even really an assignment. It tells you what to do on each single one. It's mainly to make sure that you signed up and to show you how to do these things. How to enter how it expects you to enter numbers or symbols or whatever. So it's not difficult. It's very much do the thing it tells you to do. So, okay, again, if it's not popping up on your Cengage, you have to go to, I'll put the code right here. It's in the addendum thing, but it's that entire thing. You have to go to www.getenrolled.com and you have to enter that full thing in. And then it will ask you to sign into Cengage. And then once you do that, it will pop up, both WebAssign and the book. So as far as getting signed up, that's how you do it. So let's see. Okay, yeah, so it does, my class will not pop up on your Cengage automatically. You have to sign up for it. Okay. What other comments, questions, concerns do we have? About to get kicked off. I will be in that Discord channel for the next little bit. So if you have any questions, jump in there. I will happily answer what I can. But otherwise, y'all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Quick question, Dr.
Yeah.
Is there a specific way you want us to sign in?
What do you mean?
On this attendance for today?
Yeah, so in the chat it says you have to type something in the group chat. So that's how you sign in. You just type something here, hey, how's it going, whatever, because I get a record of it. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a good rest of your day and hope to